Dance has taught me more about love, trust, and self-confidence than any self-help book ever could have taught me. It's like you're learning another language. You're literally communicating without words. You're communicating to the audience, maybe with your partner. You're translating and transmuting music and emotion and literally conveying and expressing. It's so cool. It is a universal language, and it has cultural roots in so many different cultures across the world, and it can teach you so many things. Like, for example, letting go. It's one thing to read about letting go, but it's another to actually feel it come to life in your body. It's pretty cool to feel the music and let the movements flow through you instead of trying to control everything and just be in that flow state. Of course, it didn't start out this way. I used to be awkward, disconnected, and scared to dance. So I'm so thankful that I was able to find this medium and this community and be able to fall in love with it. If you don't want to hear my story or background about how I got into dance and fell in love with it, you can go ahead and skip to here in the video. So my background with dance is I had never danced before in my life. I used to be debilitatingly shy, as you may know. If not, watch my other video where I talked about that. So pretty much never danced in my life. I always had an appreciation for it. I loved watching the TV shows, So You Think You Can Dance, Dancing with the Stars. And I grew up watching a lot of Latin music videos, so I always thought the dancers in those videos looked so sexy and cool, and I wanted to be like that. Like, in my head, I would picture myself as that, but I never had the courage to be that out loud. I would never dance in front of anybody, friends, family, it didn't matter. Like, I couldn't even do the cha-cha slide or the Macarena. But, you know, I knew that it was a part of my culture, my ancestry. I was fascinated with it. So I had a slight interest. When I moved to Hawaii, everything happens for a reason, and I believe that it also led me to dance. So when I moved to Hawaii, my roommate at the time just so happened to be obsessed with dancing bachata. So I had to learn because it was just all around me, and so I got connected with that community and started learning. I literally started learning from a YouTube video, which was like the very basic step. And when I first started, I was bad, and I looked really awkward, and it was really uncomfortable. And then even now looking back, like, there's times where I thought I was good back then, and now I look at it and I'm like, oh, it was not good. And even still, I mean, I'm not a pro by any means. It's just a hobby. I have been dancing since 2020, and it's just become such a huge part of who I am and what I do, what I fill my days with. So I really love it. So yeah, I started going to these bachata classes, and they have lady styling, so it's just solo dancing, and they also have partner dancing. And so I was learning both at the same time. And the community was just so welcoming, because a huge part of what I also was afraid of with dance is like that it can be cliquey, or like that people would have been doing it since they were 2. And so when I found this community, it was just so friendly and welcoming, and I've just made the best friends. I think everyone I met in Hawaii at some level was through dance. I just fell so unexpectedly in love with it, and began to watch it change me, and it gave me a lot of the lessons that I learned in dance paralleled a lot of life lessons as well. So here's a few life lessons I learned through dance. Number 1, trust and surrender. With partner dancing, you really might see some things come up from you, like maybe control, trusting others, maybe trusting men, because you have to let them lead you and trust them to be orchestrating the dance. You sort of just have to let go. You don't know what's coming next. Like, it's so cool because you're not just kind of like robotic. You're not like, okay, these are the moves and I'm going to do this, and this. With partner dancing and with social dancing, you really have to let go because it's being created in the moment. It's really flow state, and you don't know which move is coming next, and you just have to trust and communicate with your partner. The whole time you guys are both communicating with each other without words, creating and designing this beautiful dance together. You know, it's not just them either. They're listening to you as well. Even though they're leading the moves, you know, they'll still get a sense of your energy. And you still, while you're learning how to let someone guide you and lead you, you also get to put your own style in there and expression. So it's like letting someone guide you without losing yourself. It's like so deep. It's crazy the way that the dance lessons literally can connect to life lessons. And then it's like knowing when to move softly, when to move sharply, when to put those moves in the right places. And it's like the same with life. Like there's a time to be sharp and aggressive, and then there's a time to be like soft and gentle. And you can mix it together and make a beautiful medley. Another thing about the flow state, it's so freeing and beautiful when you can feel yourself get out of your head and you actually feel like you're flowing. And it takes a while of dancing to like have enough moves to be able to pull them out and naturally like do them. It's so nice when you finally are able to stop overthinking and just move and just be in your body and feel the music and really just enjoy yourself. Even like at home, dancing in front of the mirror, you can do that, and it becomes so fun and so free and a form of expression. Another lesson from dance could be being more intentional, or even just focusing on one intention. If you video yourself when you're dancing, you might be able to give yourself feedback and see, oh, that's what that looks like. It would look better if I did this. So when I was first learning how to dance, of course it felt very extra and weird, but then I would watch the videos of myself and I would be like, oh, I look like I'm doing it so small and like I'm not enjoying it. So I had to learn how to be a lot more expressive and big, and I had to do the moves like where it felt like it was like so extra just for it to look normal and good. So that was my intention for a while, was to do the moves bigger and to be more expressive and to make like really big faces, because it felt like it was really big, but then in the video it actually just looks normal. Yeah, I think that all ties into like maybe being more expressive and open as well and less shy. There's other things you can work on, like being more precise, fundamentals, maybe learning how to respond to a partner better, how to read the cues, you know, or are you back leading? Are you like kind of doing your own thing and going off the rails? So all these different skill sets that you can focus on, I think they all tie into our personalities, and if you follow what things you're struggling with in dance, it might connect to a life lesson as well. Another big lesson was overcoming the fear of being seen. So first of all, even just dancing in class used to be awkward for me, and then I joined my first performance team and we actually performed literally just in front of our friends, like in front of the rest of the dance community, but for some reason it was like a huge deal at first. I used to, even still now I kind of do, but when I perform a dance, I just kind of like black out, like literally dissociate, and I can be staring right at the crowd, but I don't see them. I don't really know where I go, but I just pretend that they're not there. I can't like lock eyes with anyone because it'll throw me off, or at least it used to. Now I am finally, after 5 years of dancing, I am starting to be able to connect with the audience and like make eye contact and play with the audience. You can like point at them, wink, like all that stuff. It was really hard to deal with at first, especially like we have these social dances, so you'd be on the dance floor and I wanted to be like in the corner, and I was like, oh, like people are watching me and I feel so nervous because I'm new and I'm not that good, whatever. And my friend gave me such nice advice and said, if people are looking at you, it's because you look good. And that really boosted my confidence, because I was like, you know what, I guess it's true. Like when I'm looking at a whole dance floor of people, Usually if someone captivates me to watch them, it's because I think they look good and I want to see what kind of moves they're doing or just appreciate the dance. So that was so nice for me to hear and to internalize. And even though I didn't quite believe it yet, I would hear that and always like tell myself that every time I would dance. And eventually I got more comfortable with being in front of people. I still get nervous always, but it's more of an excited nervous now than a fear like it was at first. And it's gotten to the point where dance has helped me to accept being seen. And now it's like, I love it and I would love to dance on stage and put on a show. I mean, in a group. I'm not at the point of doing like a solo thing yet, maybe one day. But it really helped me to like accept myself and to feel at peace and just being seen. That's a huge lesson, and it parallels like in real life. I'm working on things and then also in the dance world. So instead of rejecting the energy of the crowd, like what I used to do was like pretend it wasn't there, you can actually take it in and start to like build off that energy, let it charge you up. And these people are giving you good energy, they're giving you praise and claps and smiles, and so accept it and take it in. It's amazing. Another lesson is self-expression. It's kind of like you can play a character when you're dancing or performing, kind of like fake it till you make it a little bit, but you can kind of get to play and tap into those parts of yourself that you don't always get to bring out. So you just step out there and feel the song, and it's like maybe it's a sad song and you can really like put on a sadness, or you can pretend to be really super confident, and it's fun. It's literally playing. Like, we need to play. We don't play in the same way we do as kids anymore, but still to be able to express in this way and kind of just pretend, I think it helps us. Another lesson that dance brought to me was community and connection. So I have been able to build such a wonderful friendship community through dance, sharing this connection and movement, and all getting together every week for something and just taking a break from like work or any responsibilities and just put on music and dance with your friends and have fun. Like, it has been so wonderful, and some of these girls have really become like my lifelong friends, like some of my closest friends. And I always talk about how important it is to build your community and have supportive and real friendships, and how it can help you in so many ways and how it can protect you. We share laughter, support, vulnerability. We celebrate each other at these dance events. We celebrate each other's achievements and birthdays and stuff like that. So it's really a solid community and a great way to meet new people and make new friends if you're new. So just that sense of connection is really beautiful. And also, I always talk about how important it is to have your own hobbies. So having these wonderful friends and having this thing that you look forward to every week and having your hobby is really going to set you up for success. So if you're single and you enter into a relationship, you already have your own things going, your own hobbies and stuff like that. Or if you're in a relationship, it can be a really fun activity for you guys to try together. What a cute date night. Go to a salsa class or a bachata class and learn how to dance. So the next lesson about dance has to do with dance and relationships. Is it awkward to be into dance while you're in a relationship? You know, with this kind of dance, it is a partner dance, so sometimes you're dancing with other people. Some people are not okay with that. It all has to do with your own personal boundaries and what you're comfortable with. I always say it's not weird if you don't make it weird. There is nothing like sexual about the dance. It's literally grandparents dance with their grandchildren salsa and bachata. It's not intended to be inappropriate in any way. And For me, I loved it, and it's something that I did even before my relationship. So I made sure right at the beginning to be like, hey, like, this is my hobby. Hopefully you're okay with it. If not, then maybe I'm not the one for you. I'm gonna get rid of my friendship and community and my hobby just to date someone, you know what I mean? So if it's not that important to you and you're willing to give up that community, fine. Maybe you have different hobbies and that's great. But it really taught me to communicate that boundary and be like, hey, this is my life. And if you're not okay with it, that's okay, but it means I'm not the one for you. And then you find the one that is for you and that accepts you and that will join you and learn how to dance with you. But of course, it's always important to have open and honest communication with your partner and to be respectful. And again, like I said, don't make it weird. Like, don't dance inappropriately with people. Like, it's not weird if you don't make it weird. So yeah, I went a little off the rails on that one. I don't know. But pretty much, I just feel like dance mirrors life, whether it's teaching you how to let go, how to trust more, or to have more fun. That's another lesson I learned. It's like you're learning all these technicalities and the moves and how to get it right and how to move bigger and how to make it look good. But at the end of the day, you gotta have more fun with it. And if you're having fun, that will show on your face and it will make the dance look good. And that's what it's for. We're not on the competition Dancing with the Stars. We're all in this for fun. And I feel like that really was a lesson that mirrored life as well. Let's make life more fun. So yeah, I really feel like dancing taught me to just live differently, how to listen, connect, trust, play, have fun, and embody who I am. Dance is more than just an exercise that I do. It is a practice of being alive. It gets me really like in my body and grounded instead of in my head. So I really hope you find a passion that you feel this way about. Maybe your version of dance is painting or running or writing, whatever it is, let it teach you. You can always find the patterns and the parallels. Let your activities show you beautiful life lessons.